Good morning, y'all. I just woke up and I'm doing this. Wow, that is some not awake yet eyes. Starting my what I eat in a day, but I thought I'd start off with how I start my morning. And the first thing I do is I pee on my keto strips to see that I am still in ketosis. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. As you can see, it looks like I'm between my, around the small today, probably not quite moderate. Usually I am somewhere between small and moderate lately. Yesterday I had some vegetables for dinner, so that could be why it's not quite up to the moderate level. But, as long as I'm showing some sort of pink in there, I'm okay. I feel like I'm still in ketosis and things are happening. So that's where we're at. Right after I wake up, I also take 3 of my vitamins / supplements. I take a CoQ10 vitamin and one of my black cohoshas and a potassium. So I have those in my hand right now, and I am going to take them as I drink my full bottle of water. I always start my day with a full bottle, 20 ounces of water. I try to get this into my body as soon as I wake up in the morning before I ingest anything else. So I'm going to fill this up, make sure it's completely full, and get going on my day. It is now about 8:25 and I have finished my full 20-ounce bottle of water. So I like to have a cup of green tea in the morning. It's nice to get that extra antioxidants, and it's getting kind of chilly in the morning here, so it's nice to have a little something to warm up. This is a new flavor that I've never tried before, so we'll see how it tastes. And these are the sweeteners that I like to put in there. I probably don't need sweetener in this one, but I like to just have a little something in there. This is my favorite sweetener, this Better Stevia. They come in a lot of different flavors, although right now some of them are difficult to get. I don't know if that's because of COVID or other issues, but because this is a peach flavored tea, I'm not going to use the French vanilla in this morning, but I just wanted to show you that is one of my all-time favorites. I've been using this pure in my beverages a lot. It is super sweet, so like the tiniest little drop of this, it adds quite enough sweetener for me. If I could figure out a way to even add just a little bit less, I would do it. So this is what I'm going to use this morning in my cup of tea, just like I said, a tiny little squirt. And then I'm headed off to go do my 5-mile walk with my friend, and then I will be back to have some coffee. See you then. Hey y'all, I am back from my 5-mile walk, and it is right about 11 o'clock, and I am really ready for my first cup of coffee. So let me show you how I make my coffee. I like to use this Silk half and half. It's made with oat milk and coconut milk. So I use 2 tablespoons of this. Oops. And then because I really like to have creamy coffee, I add an additional 2 tablespoons of just the unsweetened coconut milk. I have So Delicious right now, but usually I just buy whatever's on sale. So I'll put 2 tablespoons of that in here too. And it's kind of a bulletproof kind of coffee, and since I split it into 2 cups, I use about a half a tablespoon of coconut oil. I'm going to put that in there. And I have my collagen that I use. Again, I'm kind of a sale gal, so I get whatever is sort of on sale. I haven't really decided that I have a favorite brand yet, so I'll keep trying them out. but I'm just going to use a half a scoop in this cup of coffee, and I'll use the other half of the scoop in my next cup of coffee. So add that in there. And then I have these lovely skinny syrups. This maple donut I got as a pack of fall flavors at Home Goods, and they had like 3 bottles in one package for like $6.99, I think. So really inexpensive, and a little goes a long way. So I'll put about a half a tablespoon of this in here. And then we're going to throw it in the microwave for about 30 seconds to get all the milks heated up so I can use my frother. Now that I've got all my milks heated up, I'm ready to use my little frother. This is a new gadget that my daughter got me for my birthday, and I'm so excited because I love kind of having a little latte feel to my coffee in the morning. So we will just get this all stirred up and see how it's like. When it's all done, it's all bubbly like that, and I'm just going to add my coffee, just some regular brewed coffee here. And you'll see all the froth kind of stays at the top. And yay, first cup of coffee. So good. Okay, y'all, it is about 2:20, and I had my second cup of coffee about 12:30, and I just finished up my second 20-ounce bottle of water, and now I'm ready to actually eat something. Like I said, it's around 2:30. I'm not super hungry, but I'm getting ready to go run some errands and go to my mom's house. She doesn't have a whole lot of keto-friendly stuff, so I know I need to eat before I go. Anyway, I am making this note meal recipe, and it's a first time for this, and I will let you know how it is. I'll show it to you when I get it into the bowl, but I thought I would show you all the ingredients that are going into it. So I'm putting some vegan protein powder, the Sun Warrior version, some flaxseed meal, hemp hearts, some walnuts, cinnamon, and I'm using another one of the skinny syrups in here too. The recipe that I'm using called for water, but I'm using coconut milk for the liquid in the oatmeal, and I'll let you know how it goes. Well, here is the finished product. I threw a little more syrup on there and sprinkled the walnuts on top. And now let's take a bite and see what we think. Oh my goodness, y'all, this is actually really yummy. I feel like I'm eating a cinnamon roll in a bowl. Hey y'all, well, I have finished my lunch and I'm getting ready to go run some errands. As you can tell, I've taken a very lazy approach to my hair and makeup these days. Between COVID and summertime, I just don't have the time for it, drying my hair and putting on much makeup. So anyway, you get what you get. And I don't know about you, but the minute I get in a car and I start driving somewhere, I always start to get snacky and want to eat something. I have to drive about 30 minutes one way and 30 minutes back to do these errands. So I'm taking along some snacks just in case I get hungry. I've got these Kalamata olives from Trader Joe's that are nice and packaged for me. And then I'm taking some of the Blue Diamond salt and vinegar almonds. These things are so dangerous. I have to divide them out and put them in a baggie so that I don't eat the whole can in one sitting. So I'm gonna leave the can here and just take like, I think it's about 28 nuts with me to have as my snack. And I have a full bottle of water to go with me as well. So see you later. Hey y'all, well, it is about 7 o'clock and it is dinner time. I did have my snack about 5 o'clock when I was on my way back from my errands, and I finished my third bottle of water. So I am now on my fourth 20-ounce bottle of water for the day. I do try to get 4 bottles in a day. I just really like to stay hydrated. Anyway, for dinner tonight, I made a pretty simple Thai tofu salad. I just chopped up some red cabbage. There's some broccoli sprouts in here. I got to use my brand new toy or gadget, I guess you could say,
my air fryer for the first time to do up the tofu, so I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna add a simple little peanut sauce that I made, and I'll just drizzle that on here just lightly. There we go. I made enough for a couple of servings so that I can have it again maybe later in the week. And then I have some chopped up cashews that I'm going to sprinkle on. Is my dinner tonight. So before I dig into all of this yumminess, I did want to chat about why I decided to do what I eat in a day and why I decided to make that focus on vegan keto. Mostly it's because I can't find a lot out there, and I really wanted to try to do the keto diet without having to incorporate so much meat into my diet. As I've talked about before, I'm not a huge meat eater. I'd really rather get all of my fats from more animal product fats, or I guess they're not products, but you know what I said. So I looked around on YouTube and Pinterest, etc., and there are a few fantastic blogs like Meat Free Keto and I'm trying to remember the other ones. I'll list them down below in the comments. And there are a few out there, but there just weren't a lot that were like, here's what I eat in a day, and especially not really current ones. I just thought it might be something that other people would be looking for it if I was looking for it too. Let me know if this is helpful to you, and if you want to see more of these. For now, I'm going to plan on doing one a week. I will be filming them on Mondays and then publishing them on Wednesdays for what I eat in a day. And I am going to keep those days as vegan keto. Now, I don't do vegan keto 100% of the time. I have learned in my life that I am an 80-20 kind of gal. So I try to be vegan as much as I can, but I still really love fish. And there's some other things that I like to eat in the meat family as well, like bacon, because who doesn't love bacon? Let me know again in the comments if this is something that you find helpful. I hope so. I'm going to get back to digging into this delicious dinner, and I will show you in just a bit what I'm going to have for my nighttime treats, along with my nighttime tea that I drink every night. And then it'll be time for Betty Bye. Okay, it's time to wind down for the evening. So I am getting ready to fix my first cup of sleepy time tea. I do add a little bit of stevia in there when I make it, but I'll have 2 cups of this tonight before I actually fall asleep. I also take a little bit of CBD oil to help with my sleep, mostly to help the brain slow down so I can fall asleep at night. So I've taken that, and I have my little sweet treats that I am going to be having in just a little bit. And these are 2 pumpkin fat bombs and a lemon cheesecake fat bomb. All together, I think it's less than 3 carbs for all 3 things. I am going to post on here, somewhere to the side, the macros and the net carbs for the day, so that you have an idea of how my day ended up going. I hope that this video hasn't gotten too terribly long. I wanted to put a lot of information in here. Going forward, my what I eat in a day probably won't take so long, because I won't be telling you how I fix my coffee and some of those other things. I hope you've enjoyed it, and it's time for me to say good night and sweet dreams.